All right. Oops. Up here we have diagrams. We have CH, 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 TH with a voice, th, th, TH unvoiced, th, th, and NG, ng. Who would like to read the words with CH that are right here underneath that diagraph? Let's see. Ryan, can you read these 3 words for me?
Fence. Tips. Munch.
Excellent. Finch, chip, and munch. Some of the words have our diagraph at the end, and some words have it at the beginning. All right, let's take a look at TH voiced. What is this word? Landon.
Seths.
Excellent. I like how you included the S. Seths. So it's talking about something that belongs to Seth, and we know that because there's an apostrophe there. So in our story, we're going to be reading about something that belongs to Seth. That gives us a clue. Okay, we have 2 words. Yes, Nicole?
Can you, after this, can you save it for a minute? Because I want to write down all of the words.
Okay, sweetie. Let's look at TH unvoiced. Jonyan, can you read these 2 words for us?
That.
And?
That.
Very good. That's and that. So this apostrophe shows that that's a person's. It shows possession. This apostrophe shows that this is called a contraction word. 2 words are put together to make one. They took 2 words, that and is, and they combined them to make that's, using an apostrophe. So they got rid of the I, and in its place, they put an apostrophe. But it's all one word, so there's no need for a space. That's a contraction word. Okay, and then of course that by itself. Now we have our diagraph, ng. Who can tell me what these 2 words are? Ng. Carolyn?
Wing. Wings.
Wings? Excellent.
Wings.
Excellent. And what's this one?
Sings.
Sings. Wings and sings. Excellent. When we see the ng diagraph, that is usually at the end of a word, not at the beginning. CH could be at the beginning or the end, and the same thing with TH. However, NG is usually only at the end. Excellent job, friends. So before we open our reader, I want us to go over a vocabulary word. It's actually
Look what I did.
That's excellent, Nicole. I'm very proud of you. Okay. the vocabulary word that I want us to look at is this word. Finch. Finch. This is a real bird. This is a finch. This is like a yellow finch. This is going to be in our story Seth, or in our story that we read today. The title of our story is titled Seth's Finch. Seth's Finch. What do you think this finch is to Seth? Raise your hand. What is this finch to Seth? It's his what? Ryan?
Seth's bird.
It's his bird. A finch is a type of bird. There's lots of type of birds. There's a bluebird. North Carolina state bird is the cardinal. And this particular bird is called a finch. They're known for their singing. They're very nice singers. Okay, let's please open our reader to Seth's Finch. You can look it up in your table of contents. It's on page 36. When you have your reader open and ready, give me a double thumbs up so that I know you're good to go. I don't want to leave anyone behind. Okay, I still see some friends turning pages, and that's fine. All right, what I'd like for you to do is follow along either with your handy dandy pointer finger, or you can follow along with a pencil and an eraser or whatever you'd like. But I want you pointing and following along in your book, in your reader, as Miss Cates reads. Let's read. Seth's finch. That's Seth's pet finch, Chip. Chip can flap his wings. Chip can munch on ants and bugs. Chip can sing. All right. Let's look at the next page. Chip can land on Seth's hand. That finch is fun. Okay. Oh, and I should read that with excitement. Remember how Anya shared with us the way Mr. Albrecht taught her brother? You kind of read the last word with excitement. That finch is fun. And really read the last word like you're excited. The cow jumped over the moon. Okay, so this time I want to call on some friends to read with me. I'm going to draw a line right here. Do not draw it in your book, but I'm going to draw a line here. And I want someone to read the first two sentences for me. Ooh, Adeline, let's read the first two sentences, okay? Unmute your mic, sweet girl. Are you working on it? There you go. That's Seth's What did we say this bird was? A finch. And his name is Chip. Excellent. That's Seth's pet finch, Chip. And we like to pause at the comma. Okay. Let's read this sentence, Adeline.
Chip flap his wings.
Excellent. Chip can flap his wings. Excellent. Great job, Adeline. Okay. Try to call on a friend I haven't called on. Are we? I haven't called on you yet. Would you like to read these last two sentences for me?
Yeah. Chip can lunch on ants and Chip.
Wait. And you skipped it. It's just one. Bugs. Yep.
Chip can sing.
Excellent. Chip can munch on ants and bugs. Chip can sing. Wonderful. Okay. And I need a friend to read just this top sentence. Landon, would you like to read this?
Chip can land on Seth's hand.
Excellent. Wait a minute. Chip can land on Seth's hand. Do you guys hear something in that sentence? Chip can land on Seth's hand. What do you hear? Raise your hand and tell me what you hear. Smriti?
A line.
Rhyming words. What two words rhyme, Smriti?
Land and hand.
Yes, land and hand. They both end with and. So they rhyme. Excellent. And Russell, will you please read this last sentence for me?
That finch is fun. You know what you say? Chip is the American goldfinch.
An American goldfinch. Thank you for identifying his specific breed. Not only is he a finch, he's an American goldfinch. Thank you, Russell. Okay, so I love how you read that, Russell. You read it perfectly. That finch is fun! Okay, I'm going to ask you guys some questions, so don't close your book because we might need it to answer these questions. Okay, because I'm going to ask you where you found it. A detective, we're going to be reading detectives. When a detective is catching a bad guy, he has to show evidence. That means he has to prove his answer. So you're going to have to show me evidence as to where you found the answer because you're a reading detective. Okay, let's go ahead and here's your first question. What is the name of Seth's pet finch? Ooh, let's see. What reading detective can I call on? Nicole.
His name is called Finch. What's the question again?
Here, listen to the question. What is the name of Seth's pet finch? What is the finch's name?
Finch's name is Finch.
No. All right, let's look. Let's take a look. Nicole, let's turn to page 36 and look at that first sentence. That's Seth's pet finch. Chip. Chip is his name. Now, even though the author doesn't say that Seth's pet finch, his name is Chip, the comma and the pause implies or makes you think that that is the name of his pet. All right, wonderful job. Describe what Seth's pet finch looks like. What does it look like? Pretend like I don't have an illustration. Describe with your words, paint a picture with your words. What does the pet finch look like? Carolyn.
She's like the wings, the body is like yellow, and the wings big part is black, and it has 2 white stripes.
Excellent. I like the way you described that. Seth's finch, the body is yellow and the wings are black with 2 white stripes. Excellent. What page did you find that on, Carolyn? Where's your evidence?
37.
Page 37. Excellent. Great job. Okay. Who can tell me all the things that Seth's pet finch can do? What are all the things Seth's pet finch can do? Anya?
Just trying to think about well, the first one
Can flap his wings. He can munch on ants and bugs, and he could sing. He could land on Seth's hand.
Excellent. Thank you, Anya.
doing our job.
Chip can flap his wings. He can munch on ants and bugs. Chip can sing. And if we turn to the next page, Chip can land on Seth's hands. He is also fun. And we can list those 2 pages as our evidence. Very good. Now here's one the story does not tell us. We have to do something called inferring. We have to think about what we know about birds and pet birds to answer this question. Where do you think Chip stays when Seth is not playing with him? Where do you think Chip stays when Seth is not playing with him? Are we?
In the sky?
Okay, well, normally a bird, you're right, would be in the sky. But if it's your pet, he may not be in the sky because he might not come back. Let's think. I'm going to call in another friend. That's a great response, though, are we? Let's see. Landon, where do you think Seth's finch is when he's not playing with him?
Maybe inside.
Inside where?
Maybe, probably in somebody's room.
Okay. Does anyone else have any ideas? That's very good. So he's in Seth's house. But what, could he just be by himself in the room, or what do you think he'd need to be in? Smriti?
His cage.
A bird cage, right? When you have a pet bird, you want to keep him in a bird cage. If you left him loose in the house, there's a chance he might fly out the door or the window. So you can take him out and play with him if you're watching him, but then when you're done, you probably need to go in a bird cage. Excellent job, friends. You did a great job reading this story this morning. We'll go ahead and end our lesson now. We will have small group. I'm meeting with small group A and B this morning at 9 and 9:25. And then at 10 o'clock, we will all meet back here for math. All right, Arwie, what's your question?
Did you know I actually have 4 classes today?
Oh, how do you have